right here. Come, do your trade. Good to see you.
Take pride in your work, I always say. I must finish this.
Do your trading here.
I wish I was off adventuring.
Do your trading here.
Merchant to the great houses.
How can I help?
No charge to have a look.
Honest merchants, trust this one.
Sell to the nobility.
Selling, buying, trading. Right here.
Halt! Speak to me before entering Mournhold, citizen.
The lazy Khajiit's tail is soon stepped upon. This one will not lose her tail.
I'm glad Stormhold is safe again. But why did the killer restrict himself to Dunwall?
Ah, you've arrived at last. Come forward. We have much to So, you've chosen to join me. Excellent. I seek a powerful Daedric artifact. A voyage that only a few have ever undertaken. We will travel to Sotha Seal's peculiar experiment. The Clockwork. I do. The Tribunes are not so clever that they could hide such a place from me for long. The city is I have not forgotten our romp through the halls of fabrication. You proved your resourcefulness when facing the Assembly General. Now you will prove your usefulness again, and receive an appropriate reward. Of course you will. Naturally you have questions. Prepare if you must, but make it quick. Time is not on our side. Behind the waterfall. My companion arrives at last. Now then, our journey begins in this dreary little cave. Draftier than I remembered. Follow me. Welcome to the dwarven hold of Balmsarm Shen, such as it is. Ironic that AM's holy city of Mournhold has Dwemric roots, don't you think? Curious. Practically no one knows this route, but this scaffolding looks new. Built by rogue ordinators, perhaps? Stay watchful. Sotha Seal always did admire dwarven industry, albeit quietly. Perhaps that's why he built his city here. This lift will take us to the nethermost depths of the ruin, and to our destination. Come along. On you go. The entrance lies just ahead. Do you see, just across the ravine? That's our door. My. Someone clearly didn't care for these factotums. Stay close. I'd say prepare yourself, but nothing can prepare you for what's to come. Touch the sphere. The Clockwork City awaits. What? This is not the brass fortress. Someone diverted our passage. Audacious, but foolhardy. When I find them, wait. I feel cold. Back, creature! My shadow! My power! Don't let it escape! Factotums! They're activating! Ready your weapons! I will assist you as best I can! Destroy them! More! To the southeast! Make ready! This had better be the last of them! Fetching scrap heaps. My shadow remains. Swivel swords. Oh, wonderful. I'm in no condition to navigate this maze. Go. Find a way to deactivate these traps. Well done. Killed by spinning knives is not an epitaph worthy of Defaith Fear. Now, onward. I'm eager to see what new wind-up absurdities await us. I recognize this place now. The pneumatic forge. We should leave as soon as possible. Sotha Seal constructs his clockwork servitors here, the factotums. They reject anyone who doesn't belong. Someone meant for us to die. Ugh. Remedial spellcraft is all I can muster, but I will aid you as best I can. Lead on. At last. Defeat this monstrosity, but don't kill it. I must reclaim my power. It's duplicating itself! Beware! Stand back. Time to reclaim what is mine. Maliad kebiet tahir! Devakrokad sint morad! Finally. You never know how much you miss a thing until it tries to kill you. More ridiculous machines? I've had enough of this. Come. We still have a long way to go. Behold, the Clockwork City. Finally. Sothasil's brass fortress waits at the end of this road. We should go there at once. I'm keen to find out who sent us on that delightful jaunt through the new Martis.
Devate Fear, I warned you never to come back. And you, one of Fear's lackeys, I take it?
Luciana Pullo. Hospitable as
Hold
ever.
there, friend of Fear. I am Proctor Luciana Pullo of the Clockwork Apostles. I don't know how you and this egomaniac breached Lord Set's Celestiadrome, but I won't. Only just arrived and already trying to grease the gears? New arrivals must secure an endorsement from a citizen in good standing. I'm prepared to overlook your atrocious choice. That's for you to find out. Not many citizens will risk their reputation on a green-heeled stranger, and you'll find no comfort from me. Maybe you should... Tread carefully, Fear. I'll be watching.
Luciana clearly hasn't lost her charming demeanor. Predictable. Ah, yes. Their bizarre sponsorship custom. I forgot about that little wrinkle. As a friend and peer of Sothasil, I come and go as I please. I suppose it would be best for you to wait out. I'm not a citizen. And even if I were, I'd not waste time wading through their opaque bureaucracy. You've proven yourself to be more than capable. I have no... I appreciate your assistance in the pneumatic...
Another newcomer, eh? Come, let's talk. Well, if it isn't my second favorite assistant. What a fortuitous turn of events. Initially, I thought we could rely on my ample charms to win us a sponsor. Unfortunately, the people here tend to value... Yes, a Clockwork Apostle named Varuni Arvel. Apparently, she's a member of the Congress of Calibration. This promises to be a fruitful collaboration. I tasked Kirith and Raynor with acquiring gifts...
So that pompous high elf got his hooks in you too, huh? I told my brother Raynor we should go it alone, but any house in an ash storm, right? Depends on your definition of trouble, I guess. He's down in the ravine playing with the firepot spiders for some reason. Like I said, he didn't want to discuss it. Probably whipped up an automata disrupting spoon twirler or something. He gets like this sometimes. Just check in on him, all right? Thanks for the help. Raynor's smart, but you can't smart a spider to death, you know? Well, Naramo said we needed something to offer this Varuni character, but from what I can tell, she doesn't really need anything. A home-cooked meal, Argonian pottery, or information. Since I'm a terrible cook, and we're worlds away from Black Marsh, I think I'll go with the third thing.
Sergeant Baldan, this one has the gold you requested.
I gave you my word, didn't I? Come, cat. We can discuss the
Hello again. So strange. I'm glad to see you, but I must admit, the statistics are staggering. What are the odds of us meeting here again? Kirith? So you've joined our band of outsiders. Welcome. Now look, I may lack Kirith's natural talent with a blade. These firepot spiders contain a highly unstable oil-like fluid. The dangers inherent to acquiring it make it very valuable indeed. I discovered a way to prevent... So you'll do it? Yes, of course! If you attract the spider's attention, I can use this tonal dampener to disarm their ignition coils. Just a simple matter of inverting their threat assessment array and... Expertly done. More oil. Excellent. One more, and I think we've got it. And that's the last of it. Excellent. Brilliant! We really made short work of those. Take the oil to Varuni. Neramo said she has an office in the Clockwork Basilica.
You'll tell me this instant if there's truth to these rumors.
I have nothing to say on the matter.
And just as I promised, my assistant arrives.
Greeting, Auxiliary. Is your friend correct? Did you bring an offering? Fire Patwell. Tremendous. And you managed to keep all 10 fingers. I'm impressed. Thank you. Now, a number of outsiders have gone missing in recent weeks. I fear someone might be abducting them, or worse. But I have no proof. Try to keep this inquiry quiet, all right?
So, ready to do a bit of sleuthing? I'm confident that we can find... Varuni suspects that someone destroyed city records. But if my study of Dwemer ruins has taught me anything, sneaking into the depository is impossible for us. But Sothasil's clockwork automata enter and exit the structure constantly. I discovered a way to control one. No, you are. I will provide technical assistance and keep an eye... If you have questions, you should ask them now.
As I said before, those tarnished redundants down in the slums are no concern of yours. I've instructed the constabulary to keep a strict eye.
You'll tell me this instant if there's truth to these rumors.
I have nothing to say on the matter.
How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted a better future for you.
Because a back totem with delusions of grandeur told her fortune. Do you really believe that?
Excellent. We have a strong signal. Now, to find Varuni's evidence. Wait. Yes. Go straight, then left. The central depository must be on a different floor. Expertly done. That grate should lead to the central depository and our evidence. This depository should contain security documents and recordings. Search everywhere. When you find something, use a skiverton to make a remote copy.
How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted a better future for you.
Because a factotum with delusions of grandeur told her fortune.
All right. Let me see what you found. Yes, I believe these recordings correspond to the dates of the disappearances. We might already have a lead. I shared Varuni's concerns with Kirith shortly after you left the Basilica, and she insisted on looking into the matter herself. She cited Constable...
Ah, there you are. Done playing with Naramo? I did a little asking around. Word is, Constable Boldan will sponsor anyone as long as they can pay. Where they go after... I surveyed the building. Someone left the door to Boldan's storage loft unlocked. It should provide a great view of his office. Climb up there and wait. When I offer a bribe... All right, Boldan. I've got your gold. Will you sponsor me for citizenship?
Oh, I'll take your offering. But sponsorship? That's for the living, you tarnished scum.
The living what?
Do it. Well, what are you idling for? Gather up the gold and dump her with the others. We don't want anyone finding our latest visitor.
There you are! Naramo said you'd be around here somewhere. He what? How could she... Yes, of course. I'll get help. Maybe I could even put together some kind of tonal locator. Bah! Not enough time. I'll get the others. You hurry off to Slag. That's what the locals call the slums in the northeast corner of the fortress. I must admit, I was surprised to find...
How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted a better future for you.
Bah! Oil those ankles and keep walking, Green Heel. This one has nothing to say. Feh! You outsiders are all the same. Cutting into the queues, poaching our salvage, sneering and putting on airs. You're no better than us. And so you prove my point. Always trouble, always violence, and poor Saiba is caught in the middle. This on you. Baldan probably threw your friend into the fundament. A maze beneath the city. If you go...
threw you in here too, did they? I knew I couldn't be the only one Constable Boldan got the drop on. You're right, we should. And I could, but not yet. I met another one of Boldan's victims, a Khajiit named Lankin. He's been scraping it out. That's the spirit. I managed to yank this sword out of a corpse nearby. It's not much, but you don't need a sharp edge to deal with these factotums. Just a heavy swing and a lot of patience. You ready? Let's get... Is that? No, thank goodness. The body's far too old. Let's keep looking. Decent hiding place, but no Lankin. We should keep looking.
Searching area for hostile entities.
More? Really? You'd think they'd just leave us alone? Another empty camp. Damn. He must be here somewhere. Here we go again. Is that a pot on the stove? Someone was cooking. And recently. We must be close. Finally! Come with us, Lankin. We're getting you out of here.
Friend Kirith, bright moons above, please, let's leave this dungy place.
Kirith! Thank goodness! Don't suppose you found anything of interest down there?
Enough. I'm glad to see you weren't lying, Raynor Vanos.
That bastard Baldan threw me into the fundament.
Ridiculous. I've never seen this woman in my life.
Liar! You tossed this one in as well!
This Raynor Vanos made some very bold claims. If you have evidence of Constable Baldan's crimes, I suggest you produce it. Huh. You're more resourceful than you look. Little wonder Devaith chose you as his companion. Set knows he needs the help. I'll hold Baldan under guard until I've had an opportunity to review the evidence. As for you, you're free to go.
Luciana, I'd like to ask the Constable a few questions when we return to the Basilica.
Don't trouble yourself, Aruni. You know how persuasive I can be.
I do. That's what worries me.
Do your worst, you tin-legged hag.
Set help you if she does, Constable. That fool has no idea what he's in for. Live uncomfortably and learn, I suppose. Oh, most certainly. Baldan can't have accomplished all this by himself. Erasing records, accessing derelicts. I do, one way or another. For now, let's celebrate your achievement. You showed initiative, of course. Each of them played a role in your success, and each of them will share the rewards. Go speak to the Clockwork Registry.
You'll regret this. Mark me, Proctor. You will regret this.
I doubt that. Get this tarnished piece of scrap out of my sight.
Enjoy prison, you speeding brat.
It seems I arrived just in time.
Daedric threat detected.
I already told you, you piece of scrap. Ain't no Daedra in Clockwork.
Daedric threat detected in Clockwork City.
Shut your metal trap before I sell you for parts.
Combat initiation on standby. By the word, I wind the gears. Please state your business or depart. Welcome, potential resident. Please speak your birth name, followed by the name of your spot.
Dreaming. Torchbugs. Overturned jar.
Sponsorship confirmed and archived. The light of knowledge, Sotha Seal, welcomes you to the Brass Fortress. Go forth and create.
Well, I'd say that all worked out splendidly. As one journey ends, another begins. I imagine there's much more to discover here. I can finally begin my exploration in earnest. Now that we've earned our citizenship, I can apply for excavation permits, antiquity transportation licenses. They proved useful. Raynor's theories need some work, and Kirith's refusal to listen to reason caused me no small measure of anxiety. But on the whole, satisfactory. Provided that they follow my lead, I might call on them again in the future. I value your service and partnership, Assistant. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. If I understand the bureaucracy correctly, I may be here in the Brass Fortress for a while.
There you are. Good. We have much to discuss.
Devaith Fear? Here? It is a true pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I imagine it is. Now be on your way.
Yes. Well, be seeing you, Assistant. Good day, Lord Fear.
Come, we need to talk. So you're a citizen now. Well done. I heard something about a constable tossing people down sewer. It's Sotha Seal. Shortly after you and I parted company, I sought him out to discuss our Daedric artifact. Worse. Initially, I dismissed it as boredom, fatigue, or even the first signs of senility. We will leverage your hard-earned citizenship to make inquiries. First, I will make it known that in light of your recent exploits, I offered to take you on as my aide, and offer you as the most powerful mage in the Brass Fortress. I find it difficult to have proper conversation. Indeed. It's commonly understood that servants grumble about their master. You have questions, of course. Ask what...
All prices have...
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
No chance to have a look.
Open for business!
Come, do your trading here.
I have many fine goods.
Selling, buying, trading. Right here.
Unspotted. Trust this one.
Come, do your trading here.
Nothing to do but keep at it.
Buying and selling.
No charge to have a look.
I've got what you need.
Finest merchandise around.
Best prices guaranteed. Come, do your trading here.
Why do I have to do this?
Quality wares.
No chance to have a look.
Buying, selling, trading.
Open for business.
Prices have never been better.
Again and again. This is taking longer than I'd planned.
The right to...
I wish I was off adventuring. you're Lord Fear's newest steward, huh? Could we talk later? If I don't finish... Yeah, Gascon must know how much I love doing paperwork. A few days ago, Sotha Seal ordered us to rip out all the lamps in here and replace them with less efficient ones. What kind? A bunch of factotums loaded them onto a dolly and dumped them somewhere in the mechanical fundament. Hey, I know that look. If you're looking to poach a free... Half the old switches don't work with the new lamps, so we've had to manufacture new switches, and half the time the switches get installed backwards, which means we have to do it all over again. Even the factotums don't know what they're doing. And don't even get me started on the lamp assembly. Sotha Seal could have turned the fabricators to make the new lamps with a flick of his finger, but he demanded that we do it instead. Do you have any idea how complex the fabricators are?
So you're Devathir's new auxiliary, eh? Tough luck, friend. I've heard he's an insufferable bastard, but at least he's not not anymore. In the old days, sure, he was easy to please because he was never around. These days, he changes his mind about some... Trust me, this is unprecedented. I'm afraid something's wrong with his enhancements. Like he's having trouble regulating. He's a different person, I swear. Don't tell anyone I said this. Especially Gascon. Blasphemy doesn't go over well nowadays. Yes, speaking ill of a god never turns out well. In the old days, he'd take it in stride. Commit your small blasphemies, he'd say. The fire of doubt turns ignorance to steam. But not anymore. This place is becoming more like Mournhold every day. Right. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do for Lord Fear. He's back a few days and already burying you in paperwork, no doubt.
Resident detected in proximity. Greetings.
So you're the one Devath tapped to be his aide in the Brass Fortress. Sorry to hear that. Not as bad as you might expect. She's young, youth comes with impatience, but I've never felt unfairly judged, and she's generous with her praise. Honestly, now more than ever, I don't pretend to understand his motives, but he's never been so demanding. One example? He insists that we turn all the lights down before he enters a room. Do you have any idea how... Huh, flipping switches. That's rich. Each lamp has its own switch, and some lamps have multiple switches. And if that isn't bad enough, some switches control multiple lamps. He's a god. Don't even get me started. Varuni might demand some obscure tome in the middle of the night or chide someone for leaving oil on the floor, but that's the worst of it. Sotha Seal exiled an auxiliary last week because she forgot to switch off a lamp. Right, don't let me keep you. I can't imagine how demanding Devathir must be. Better you than me.
Were you treated well by the menials? I assume they bat... Yes, well, I could have told you that. That's why I sent you here, after all. What kinds of demands? Be specific. The lamps in the locutorium, yes? The large assembly room over there? The auxiliaries and factotums have been laboring in there day and night ever since we arrived. Curious. Impressive. I assumed I'd have to explain it to you. Of course, this requires a functional lamp. I assume he ordered them destroyed. Speak...
I hope to see you again, Assistant. Pray tell, what did Devathir have to say? I fear that he and I might have gotten off... Raynor? Surely this is something I can handle myself. Impressing Devathir could greatly increase... He just wants us to build a lamp? What an odd request. No matter. I would be happy to... Some kind of tubular housing. Probably meant to protect a glass interior? Difficult to say. A complex filament of some kind. The weaving on this fiber, it must be machine-made. I should be taking notes. Some kind of compressor. For funneling a gas, perhaps? Interesting. Look at the apertures on this. It must be some kind of modulator that changes the nature of the light. Compressors, filaments, housing. Unlike the other lamps, these compress some kind of geodic gas into metal tubes. Then modulate the light to create another kind of illumination that mortal eyes cannot... Yes, with Rayna's assistance, I believe we can recreate this lamp without much difficulty. Of course, you'll need... You plan to do what? Oh dear. Well, this seems like a terrible idea, but I shall rely upon you...
You look wound tight, friend. What can I do for you? Looking for anything specific? Of course! Almost as good as the ones outside the gates. The automata out there contains scads of the stuff you see. It's not even hard to remove. You just... fetch it. Why do I always keep talking? I really need to make a sale. Can you help me out? I'd love to have your business. I've got plenty of filaments. But I understand if you want to take a more hands-on approach. So I'd love to have your business. I've got...
I don't care what you say. The killer in Stormhold was a shadow scale.
If you're looking to barter, you're out of luck. I traded most of my salvage to Najargo for firepot oil. Turns out it's not firepot oil at all. He just skimmed residue off one of the water... Funny you should ask. I lost a compressor to Najargo in that slaggy trade. You could try to get it from him. Or better yet, just beat it out of him. If that doesn't suit, you could pull one out of a verminous fabricant.
Now there's the look of someone on the hunt for something specific. You've come to the right place, friend. As a matter of fact, I acquired some of those just a few days ago. Apparently, someone's tossing out the old lighting to make way for the new. They're not easy to come by anymore, though. What's your offer? It's a bit less than I'd prefer, but if that's all you can afford, I'm a reasonable woman. We'll consider this a down payment on future business. Come see me again sometime. Pleasure doing business with you, friend.
If you search for salvage, you have come to the right place, Walker. Njargo received a fresh shipment of cranks and cogs Then you are most fortunate. I happen to have a modulated compressor right here. This one warns you, it will not come cheap. Njargo spent many long nights assembling it. What will you give me for it? It cheated! Slander and lies! I offered Duldracy a trade and she took it. Njargo bears no blame for the dungy dark elf being a poor business person. If you... Now hold on a moment. Njargo sees no need to drag powerful, scary people into a simple trading dispute. Why don't you go ahead and take this compressor?
You've returned. Excellent. Raynor and I have cobbled together a serviceable frame for the lamp. All we need now... Wonderful! I'm confident this lamp will conform to the exact specifications of the lamps they removed, provided Raynor didn't make any miscalculations. So, would this be the time to inform Devaith Fear? Excellent! Excellent! No need to return here, of course. Kirith should be back straight away, and I'll have her run.
Well?
You have no right to treat me like this. I'm a member of House Lalu, and I demand to speak to...
Ah, I was beginning to worry. Not about you, of course. These apostles have been circling me like cliff racers. Looking for an autograph, no doubt. So tiresome. Well done. I assume you discovered the special property of these lamps. Why does my dear friend Seal go to such lengths to avoid invisible light? Fascinating. To help with factotum navigation, perhaps? Huh. No matter. Further inquiry must wait. Now is the time for action.
Did you say something about putting the lamp on the balcony? We might have a problem. Raynor and that annoying high elf finished your lamp, but there's a problem. On the way here, I overheard an aide complaining about some new security measures Sotha Seal put in place. Looks that way, unless you want blood on your hands, of course. But that might complicate our sponsorship a smidge, yeah? Just be quick and quiet, like me. You'll be fine. Here's the lamp, good luck.
You don't belong there.
I suppose I'll have to tell the guard.
I convinced Sothis Seal that the Congress requires yet another lecture on the sanctity of clockwork automata. He eagerly agreed, seemed almost giddy about it. It was unsettling. Good. Seal's lecture should begin any moment now. Stand ready to activate the lamp. I'm reasonably certain that something will happen, but the specifics elude me.
Informed me that some of your number may be experimenting on my blessed factotums. I will remind you yet again. My beloved factotums serve as an extension of my divine will. Accost them, and you accost me. In the past, I have encouraged a child's curiosity and accepted minor blasphemies. But my generosity has limits.
What is that? What's happening?
After him! Someone seize that imposter!
I am the Clockwork God. You will kneel before me. Kneel! Curse you, outsider. I will return.
I haven't the time to discuss this, Varuni. Wittingly or unwittingly, Lord Set no longer serves the people of Clockwork City. Now, if you will excuse me.
Gascon, where are you going? When news of this gets out, we need to issue a statement or at least gather the Congress for an emergency session.
I have urgent matters.
That was enlightening. To think I've been speaking to Sothis Seal's shadow all this time. It seems so lifelike. Far more advanced than my own, I'm sorry to say. Fascinating. It really is too bad. Well, I don't mean to alarm you, but I will be frank. If an impostor sits upon the throne aligned and learns how to wield the power of this place, a cataclysm. Stay with Varuni. With Sothis Seal exposed as an impostor, the Congress will fall into turmoil. In such chaos, dark truths always float to the surface.
My dear Lord Set, what happened to you? I can scarcely believe what we just witnessed. How could this happen? Fear, of course. Always the iconoclast. I'll bet he's snickering at us even now. It doesn't matter. I appreciate your diligence. Yes, he was acting strangely, wasn't he? He always chafed under Lord Set's rule. Now he finds the real Lord Set will aid us eventually, I know it. In the meantime, we must do for ourselves. Thank you for everything you've done. Classic Gascon. Fleeing to his chambers when things go poorly. I'm sure that news... Try to talk to Gascon. He clearly doesn't care what I have to say, but he might listen to an exo... Check his rectory in the west wing of the Basilica. He hides in there sometimes to nurse a bruised ego or write passive-aggressive memoranda. I'll try to settle the Apostle's nerves. Honestly, don't let Gascon wriggle out of this. What? Yes. Yes, I'll be fine. I don't understand how a shadow could take Lord Set's place. Maybe this is some sort of test. But why test us? Compromised? You make it sound as if Lord Set suffers some kind of defect. Like a crimped duct or a stripped bolt or something. Do you know what the sermons say? Complexity belies the truth. The world rests on simple principles. Set is the truth and the light. Understand the simple and you understand the obscure. I do appreciate your candor. There you are.
Familiar embrace. Moonlight.
The factotums reported a strange energy signature in Gascoigne's rectory. Did you find anything odd in there? Sounds like a nocturnal shrike. By the gears, how did that thing make it past our security coils? Not suspicious at all, is it? A sudden depart. You're right. I knew Gascoigne was a conceited sluggard, but consorting with Daedra? I hope you catch Gascoigne soon. We need to know what I knew this wouldn't end well.
I'm not here to speculate on Lord Set's whereabouts. I'm here to
What
clear the
audacity!
square.
What utter gall! Another contrite criminal makes amends.
I knew it! This is a disaster!
If you want to panic, do so in your own homes, not in the public square. Now disperse, or be dispersed. Get them moving.
You heard the Proctor. Return to your homes.
If you're looking for Lord Set, I don't know where he is. I will find out, though. Gascoigne, what has he done now? I can't keep up with the complaints. Good. Maybe a fabricant ate him. Our luck has to change at some point. So, he finally graduated from corrupt hobbyist to professional villain. I'm almost relieved. Now we can finally give him what he deserves. I assume you informed your sponsor, Provost Varuni? A citywide search? I can't spare enough apostles to search a broom closet. Reports are flooding in from the radius. Stories about fanatics in black robes, pale skin. I have one asset I can spare. I know an artificer, Dalamar. He takes some getting used to, but you won't find a better tinkerer. He can help you find Gascoigne, guaranteed. Go talk to him. He set up shop near the tenements. Slagtown. I knew that slag-addled piece of garbage Gascoigne would turn on us eventually. We should have...
Well? How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted a better future for you.
Looking for a steady hand with a
Look at you, all full of fleshy bits. Not a scrap of brass on you, is there? That won't do, that will not do. I can fix you up, no bother at all. Maybe new feet. You need new feet, don't you? A missing person? How mysterious. You wouldn't be looking for Sotha Seal, would you? I hear rumors, you know. All kinds of rumors. Something about him turning into a crow. Or was it a frog? Never mind.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting
Whoa!
done here.
Cool those cogs, you twitchy rascal. This little scrap heap should do the trick. Meet Snuffles. There he goes! I just replaced his leg springs, so try to keep up!
Combatants needed for a perilous task. Please respond for more information.
up, Johnny! Visitors! Ah, you're useless. What are you doing nosing around here with that ugly beast? Johnny and I haven't done nothing. Chancellor who? Oh, you mean that brass-arsed fancy boots that came running through here. Yeah, I seen him, dragging his silly apostle skirt. Yeah, the grease mucks up Dabrican snoots. That's why we stay down here. Wouldn't want the constable to see you. Never mind. Your man headed west. Should be some oily footprints about.
Are you here to kill me? Too late. Your skeeving Chancellor beat you to it. Who are you? Another one of vile, sniveling agents. Gascoigne's gone west, in the Ventral Terminus. He may have killed me, but he won't last long. He sealed his fate the moment he betrayed us. Night Mistress,
Be gone, whoever you are. I sealed the door, and it shall remain sealed for as long as necessary. Questions? You think I'm foolish enough to let you in? No, this door will remain closed. Who I keep counsel with is none of your concern. You're just like Varuni, so uptight, so naive.
I shouldn't have let Varia go in there alone.
heap has been gathering dust for decades. You may as well just give up.
Primary functions operational.
What? What have you done?
Engaging threat. Responding to hostile behavior. Testing protocol initiated. Integrity compromised.
Did your new
Ceasing
toy
all
wind down?
functions.
What a shame. May as well give up.
Proximity sensors
I don't understand.
engaged.
I had to do this. You are ruining everything.
Engaging threat. Testing protocol initiated. Engaging threat.
Enough. Reroute the charge gate and stop this thing.
summon me again. I grow tired of this mortal.
Enough talk, you horn cat buffoon. Just help me! How did you... I yield. Just follow me outside, all right? I promise I will explain everything. I know how this looks, but you have to understand. Those shadow cultists meant to slip... Fine. I made a bargain with Clavicus Vile. I know. Questionable. Just hear me out. All some daft talking crows. After that terrible business with the shadow, I returned to my office to think. I arrived just in time to see one of those disgusting birds make off with the artifact. On my life, I did not. I wanted to heal the city, not destroy it. It's ornate, covered in Daedric runes. One of the factotums found it in the fundament and placed it in the salvage gallery for sorting. I snatched it up short. Yes, daft talking crows. They plucked it right up. Yes, my methods were unconventional. He abandoned us. While he tinkers away in the Centralis, we scrape by, eating nutriment paste and hiding from killer machines. I thought so. Look, bartering with Clavicus Vile was unwise, I know. Offering Daedric artifacts to Dark Princes, it was a mistake.